partnership, which is now 98, is a clear example of understanding your roles as batters. You see clearly that Ibrahim being 76 of 64, Rahmat is just 18 of 41. And we want to just support Rahmat's knock over here. It's Rahmat Shah who's got an average of 52.9 in successful chases in ODIs. 300s and 450, so you want that kind of a man who just understands his role, plays an anchor, allows his partner to bat freely and get to the target, which is chasing down the total.
Playing the anchor, not dropping the anchor. That's where the number 3 architect's role is, to bat through the innings. There was a Virat Kohli, Babar Azam sort of innings to bat right through and get the rest of the batters from the other end to play the natural game, which is to be aggressive. They might have started steadily, putting his 5th over, and that single brings up the 100 partnership between Rahmat Shah and Ibrahim Zadran. Just in 103 deliveries, just exactly what Afghanistan needed in chasing this score down.
Five overs since the last boundary. So used to T20 cricket, we start talking about those boundaries. End of another over, it's 125.
What a fancy game of cricket. Ab to kuch fancy khana banta. When you order food from Bandra High Street, nobody needs a review. Kyunki fancy food ho ya cricket, can't miss it.
What keeps a name to awesome? You know you're awesome. You're doing awesome. You're doing awesome. You're doing awesome. Let's one expert. Pump it up. Let's one expert. Play your tongue. Let's one expert. Guess it right. We are gonna win tonight. Let's one expert. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's one expert. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We are gonna win tonight.
125 for 1 after 22. Dhananjay De Silva into his 3rd over. Just given away 6 runs, bringing some calmness to the attack. Either he's commentating, either tweeting, trading, whatever it is, he is always busy. The great Lord Roshan Abhisinga.
First time I'm seeing him with that big smile in the commentary box. There just would be incomplete without any cricket in the country.
Noise and the voice of Srilanka. So much things to learn. Never a dull moment with the great man. They say in the West Indians, the great man, Roshan Abhisinga, and there's a beautiful shot this time by Ibrahim Zadran. It's full, more like the deliveries that Mohammad Nabi bowled. His outswingers this time attempted by Dhananjay De Silva. All around the ground. This is great batting. Placement, timing, perfect.
Since he's not turning that ball much, it just allows Ibrahim, who's probably understood, he can just trust playing through the line. He also was too full on that occasion.
And also technically, how Sri Lanka is going to purchase a wicket or buy a wicket, whatever it is to bowl dot deliveries from Dhananjay De Silva's end and create the pressure and making sure the leg spinner from the other end does the business. But at the moment, these two batters are playing both the spinners so quietly, calmly, milking those singles, have made it really hard. A little sweep attempted, probably the bat ball, run out chance here. And huge appeal, maybe, just maybe, does the job, and the umpire had squared it, going upstairs, and the body language of Sri Lanka is quite good.
Well, you just spoke about it, buy a wicket or purchase a wicket. This seems like the moment where Sri Lanka would feel they've got an opening, a foot in back into the game. If this is a run out, now the whole shout was for a leg before, which got the striker completely off focus, wasn't looking at his
TV
partner.
umpire to director, we have an umpire review for run out at the striker's end. Best side on angle, please. Okay, just take that back one frame, please. Yeah, okay, right. Roll it through. Yeah, roll it through. Freeze that. And just take it back one frame, please. Do you have any of the footage, any of the angles I can see, please? Okay, yeah, just to confirm, thank you. The best angle, okay. Just take it back. Yeah, right, so just frame by frame, very slowly, please. Okay, keep going through, next frame, and next one. Okay, the bails have been slightly disturbed, but I can't see the full removal of the bail or the breaking of the wicket. So just take it back one frame. Yeah, okay, yes, I'm satisfied the batsman's made good his ground. I'm ready for my decision for the big screen.
The TV umpire, Michael Goff, decides, and the right call. Bails weren't dislodged before he crossed that line. That's a safe zone. But it just happens so many times when you're just a bit muffled with that leg before shout, you just forget where you're standing.
And strangely, the body language of the two batsmen were disappointed, and the Sri Lankans were elated. But in the end, the replay showed the batsman had quite made it easy, you can say, but in the end, no damage done.
Yeah, he gives that charge. Just a single to end the over. It's 131 for 1.
रंगों से भर दो तुम सारा जहां पूरे कर लो तुम सारे ये ख्वाब You know you're awesome, you're doing awesome. You know you're awesome, you're doing awesome.
What a fancy game of cricket. अब तो कुछ fancy खाना बनता है. When you order food from Bandra High Street, nobody needs a review. क्योंकि fancy food हो या cricket, can't miss it.
Rahmat, 22 of 46. I was just talking about he's your go-to guy. But you actually should have noticed last time around we were here doing our stint, which was not long ago, 7 overs ago. More strikers have been with the drive. It just brings a question to my mind that why, as a fielding captain, you wouldn't want him to face more Rahmat, who's struggling to get those runs going. He's easily taking those singles after blocking a couple of balls.
Ideally, Rahmat Shah is on the strikers end. That's where he can hit one field in the center and get that fall stroke tempted through Rahmat Shah. That should be the target. I just feel the Sri Lankan captain and the think tank and the players around the 30-yard circle just going through the motions, just waiting for a mistake by the two batsmen. Rather than enticing a bad stroke or a wrong decision, it's all pretty easy peasy, isn't it? Picking up the singles and an odd boundary, and without any risk being taken, just milking those runs. So this is where I think Ashwin Chana can be a bit more proactive than reactive.
That's a wrong on there. Also, to the fact we'll talk about this in detail because the last ball, It's about the think tank, the Sri Lankan think tank, who is probably given the instructions to the Sri Lankan captain to explore the options, because they are getting into the qualifiers. They want to persistently try someone in a particular situation, even if they're going for runs. 24 gone. It's 136 score.
He's going to do more of this.
What a fancy game of cricket. अब तो कुछ fancy खाना बनता. When you order food from Bandra High Street, nobody needs a review. क्योंकि fancy food हो या cricket, can't miss it.
Enjoy yourself, what keeps you late to and awesome. You know you're awesome, you're doing awesome, you're doing awesome, you're doing awesome.
Let's one expert, pump it up. Let's one expert, play your tongue. Let's one expert, guess it right. We are gonna win tonight. Let's one expert, whoa. Let's one expert, whoa. We are gonna win tonight.
For me, that's purely because of the conditions and the situation of the game. Early on, the moisture was a bit on the batsman's side when the Sri Lankan team was batting. But come the second innings, the sun is baking down, and this pitch has responded really well for the batsman. Changing the bowling attack, Lairu Kumara replacing Dhananjay Silva from the media box end.
So yeah, coming back to our discussion about the think tank, whether it's in the dugout or out in the field, the captain, vice captain, what is their thinking, or the priority? Of course, win the game. Yes, don't take that away from any side, but instead of going for those safer options, they want to probably try some bowlers. Let's find out if they can end up, breaking a partnership or contain the runs out there. And as you said, that things are looking good for batting at the moment. So how do they react in these situations? And to finally have the best 15 ready.
Before a ball even bowled, the bowl decision was made with the leader of the pack when it comes to fast bowling, Dushman Chamira. It's not been picked, which surprised me, honestly. But talking about the senior players in this team, there's plenty of advices Dasun Channel could get from Angelo Matthews, Dilip Karnaratne, who has captained the ODI side previously, and Dilip currently captaining the Test side. And you've got Kusal Mendis, the senior player as well, right behind the stumps. He sees everything. Maybe sometimes these things happen in a team, just going through the motions and not too sure how to pick up a wicket. When everything is going well, in a rhythm, in a groove, things fall in place most of the time. This is where the leaders in the team just had a chit-chat, change the proceedings for a moment, maybe try different angle, try different things, maybe get a feel in the circle. This is what I meant by being proactive.
That tennis ball bounce, wide signal by the umpire. Getting this opportunity, maybe a couple of overs here, just trying to see if there is a chance to break this partnership, which is now 116. Dasun Chanaka bowled 1 over for 11, and he decided it's not that time and place to be bowling at this point in time. And have a look at the experience with the wickets that they've taken against their names, their averages. So these are the bowling options. Anyone you feel can be in operation right now at this stage?
Not really. Angelo Matthews have not bowled for a while in international cricket. I don't think he's comfortable, and also to make things work in a calf or a thigh or a groin. Not so good signs for Sri Lanka. Bowled well in the first spell, bowled with the real good gas man. But in the end, unfortunately for Sri Lanka, had to walk back with an eagle.
हर घर पूरा होता है अच्छी आदतों से, जैसे हेल्थी खाने की आदत। इसीलिए यूरोपियन टेक्नोलॉजी से बने डॉलन्स रेफ्रिजरेटर्स की नेचर लॉक टेक्नोलॉजी रखे फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स नेचुरली फ्रेश पूरे 20 दिन तक, क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
He's going to do more of this.
What a fancy game of cricket. अब तो कुछ fancy खाना बनता. When you order food from Bandra High Street, nobody needs a review. क्योंकि fancy food हो या cricket, can't miss it.
Try the new 7-Up Strawberry Lemonade.
रंगों से भर दो तुम सारा जहां पूरे कर लो तुम सारे ये ख्वाब You know you're awesome, you're doing awesome. You know you're awesome, you're doing awesome.
Bowlers or batters who can do well. So, Captain Srilanka will complete that over. 3 deliveries to go. And straight away, good looking shot just for a single. It's just, as you said, it's become so easy. The strike rotation, and just moving with this innings at will. Afghanistan.
This shows we don't lose wickets with a new ball. We lay the foundation. Becomes really easy up in Hamantar especially. Bounce, natural bounce which is allowed. Ball skids on. Sun baking down. Bullet like outfield. Any batsman will love to bat over here. So in the LPL as well, the amount of runs batsmen score, they'll love it here. It's all about picking up wickets for Sri Lanka. Unfortunately, the bowlers have been struggling mainly to the situation of the game. And to worsen, Kumar, one of your strike bowlers, had to go back. Not so looking well for Sri Lanka at the moment.
$25 overs, halfway mark, 143 points.
हर घर पूरा होता है अच्छी आदतों से, जैसे हेल्थी खाने की आदत। इसीलिए यूरोपियन टेक्नोलॉजी से बने डॉलेंस रेफ्रिजरेटर्स की नेचर लॉक टेक्नोलॉजी रखे फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स नेचुरली फ्रेश पूरे 20 दिन तक, क्योंकि डॉलेंस रिलायबल है।
What a fancy game of cricket. अब तो कुछ fancy खाना बनता. When you order food from Bandra High Street, nobody needs a review. क्योंकि fancy food हो या cricket, can't miss it.
This is at the day games. 5 games, just 1 victory. As I said in my pitch report, win the toss, bowl first in day games here. Most of the time, there's a big chance of we winning the game. And Afghanistan have been really good with the ball and following up with the bat.
It just tells you nobody plays day games anymore. You talk about 50 over cricket, just 5 matches. And Sri Lanka doesn't like playing the day games. It's all about day nighters now, since the invention of white ball cricket. Unless you don't have lights.
If memory serves me right, last time Sri Lanka played the day game was against Zimbabwe, which Zimbabwe won. For some reasons it was a day game, and in those days the pitches were really good for batting, high scoring. He's in the angle here, he's in the red up. Tishapathi has been a testing debut so far. He's been all over, maybe trying too many things. This is where the experience of the senior players will come in handy. Speak to the young guy and let him know to do the basics right to start with, and then you could start working on your variations. But the moment when you don't do the stop ball right, variations doesn't come handy.
That's a lot of runs with no delivery counted. That's not really working for Sri Lanka, and brings up the 150 for Afghanistan. 150 for one. It's not the first time he struggled with that line.
Completely missing the radar, the angle, getting away 4 runs for the opposition. Kusal Mendes had no chance. A valiant attempt. No keeper in the world would get to that. The Grims in that face says it all. It's been a tough debut and getting tougher and tougher. The two batsmen looking really solid.
Just that odd bounce for the keeper. Allows them to go for another extra, the Spies.
It's been expensive. Into his 5th over, 40 runs been given away. Nothing short of wayward bowling by the young man. And he'll learn. Just 22 years old. He's played the IPL. It's a different ball game, bowling 4 overs and coming and bowling 10 overs in the day game. In a good pitch against decent quality players. This has been his wayward stuff. It's just outside your stump, mostly relying on short deliveries. Some are really well directed, just like that. That was nicely played. It was quite an awkward height. This is where he will learn. He's still a youngster, learning the trade of bowling in one-day international. He's played only 3 List A games. This is where they'll be tested. More he plays, it'll be better for him. But I just feel the support from the senior players around him can be a bit better.
Yep. And that's also results in more negatives when you actually trying to restrict the opposition from chasing it down. 17 wides already, whereas a total of 14 were bowled by Afghanistan in their 50.
That graphic says it all, isn't it? All over the place. Deliveries 14-7-2-7. Just not good enough at this level, unfortunately. It's like changing the field, short mid-wicket fielder coming to short extra cover. So there's 2 extra cover fielders, both in catching position. Possibly try the slow delivery and invite the batsman to play early through the offside.
Another thing, and that's called you're still in that T20 mode. 26 gone, 154.
हर घर मजबूत बनता है अच्छी आदतों से, जैसे ख्याल रखने की आदत। इसीलिए यूरोपियन टेक्नोलॉजी से बने डॉलन्स एसी का विंड ब्लास्ट फीचर करे कमरे में फौरी ठंडक, 30% स्ट्रॉन्गर एयर फ्लो, क्योंकि डॉलन्स रिलायबल है।
Enjoy your song, what keeps a name to and awesome. You know you're awesome, you're doing awesome, you're doing awesome, you're doing awesome.
You got it in control. The captain is not in the operation. He's come back. So after competing, the hero's over. He's decided to carry on. Gave away 11 in his first over.
Also what Dasun Shanak is lacking in this team is a front-line spinner. More of a part-time conventional law spinner whose strength is to build dot deliveries. At the moment what Sri Lanka needs is a wicket-taking bowler. Dushan Ahmed on his debut would be too much to ask for a youngster to do that job. And this is where when you lose the toss and play 3 seamers, the bowling side, the second innings will be tested. If Sri Lanka had bowled with the new ball in the first innings, it would have been a different story. But the conditions are so different. Unfortunately for Sri Lanka, that missing element of a striking bowler, the spinner, becoming really handy.
One for the over. Just going back to the previous over, Patriana, and we just saw his beehive, how wayward it has been, and you showed it in detail. And then you talk about how good he has been in a different format of the game. You believe he's still in that T20 zone where he's trying a little too much to get a wicket. So now he's to understand he's bowling a 10-over quota, not a 4-over. And not everyone's going to go after him to hit him, and he'll have more opportunities to get wickets. So trying to do that, that's another good shot, just beautifully played. Doesn't offer much pace, Shanaka, and he's timed that very well.
It looked so elegant, didn't it? Came out of the bat. For the moment I thought it's just going to be only 2 runs, but in the end, the sweeper cover field, Dushan Hemant had to run, probably about 50 yards, had no chance. That's how well it was placed and timed. And this lightning fast outfield will do the rest. As far as you're concerned, 114 runs needed of 142 deliveries. Beautifully played again. Unfortunately, find the field at cow point. Just on the point on Matish Patirana's game plan. Up at the IPL, it was quite simple for him, didn't it? MSD just throws the ball at you for the last 4 overs. He knows what the job should be done. And all of a sudden, he's given a new ball in a 50-over game, and he also knows back of his mind he has a quota of 10 overs. Maybe lack of playing, maybe skill-wise he's not really there. Those are the questions can be asked, but you need to give a chance to a youngster. I do believe in those lines, but when it comes to tactical element, it could be much better.
I'll totally endorse and go back to that point you made, is about talking to your youngster while he's bowling, making him realize and let him be a reminder for him that it's a 10-over spell. Got to be a little patient as a bowler. If you bowl one particular channel and keep probing there, you will get a mistake coming from the batter. When you try too much, you will have problems being wayward. 27 have been bowled, 159 for 1.
Run dry your sun, but keep the soleil. You're too red and awesome. You know you're awesome. You're doing awesome. You're doing awesome. You're doing awesome.
What a fancy game of cricket. अब तो कुछ fancy खाना बनता. When you order food from Panda High Street, nobody needs a review. क्योंकि fancy food हो या cricket, can't miss it.
6 bowlers have been tried, and now another meeting going on right in the middle, and to decide the way forward with the senior members of the side. This partnership now 134, and it doesn't seem to be looking in any sort of problems. 93 for Ibrahim.
Ibrahim Zadran has been a masterclass so far. Heavily relied on timing, placement, playing those correct strokes. He's raised to 93 of 86 without taking any risk at all. 110 runs needed of 138 deliveries. Walking the park so far for the opposition from Afghanistan. And Matisha Patirana continue from the dressing room end. 2 extra car field, one has vanished to mid-wicket. Looks like he's going to bowl wicket to wicket.
That should be a 4. No, that's well done. He'll come back for 2.
There's a bit of fielding by the fast bowler, Kasundwa Rajita. Into his 6th over, Matisha Patirana. It's a matter of getting 1 wicket, isn't it? You just feel the young man will thrive on that triumph and try and knock much as possible. Just waiting for opening. It's just not happening with these 2 batsmen looking so solid.
Well, they've got themselves in a position of Afghanistan that they don't need to take any risks. They've got 108 to get in 137 balls, 9 wickets in hand. You've got to only throw your wicket. There's no other way. Ibrahim Zadran, top scores in ODIs in 162 against Sri Lanka, of course, but Palakiri. He's enjoyed Palakiri on 2 occasions. And, of course, scores against Sri Lanka a lot. That will just be one.
I covered both those games there. Ibrahim Zadran made those hundreds up in Palakiri. Batted so well. Risk-free, beautifully placed innings. And this man as well, the last 2, did play really well for Afghanistan.
It's the 3rd time against Sri Lanka. He's getting up towards 100. 93 not out.
Keeping low that occasion, maybe a slow ball by Matishi Patirana. Whenever Ibrahim Zadran has got a start, he's gone and made a century. That's a great start, isn't it? The current class of a player can be judged. And the 5th high score, just a 19. Rising. 4th century if he gets there with this. Now he's batting in Sri Lanka. 2 in Palakali and 4th loading in Hambantara.
Well, it's not about the dot balls anymore. Now it's about taking wickets, and in fact you need a couple of wickets, not just one. So just bowling short deliveries away from that batter, will easily let those go. It's not bothering him. Either you get into that body line, force a mistake. That's a wide. You have to re-bowl that. We're just talking about how Afghanistan is going so well, and you mentioned about Ibrahim. He's got 300s and no 50s, which means that, he knows how to convert those starts and go for a big one.
Simple as mark of a good player. Gets a start, go big. He has all the attributes to reach that level where the Babar Azams, the Virat Kohlis have reached in international cricket in ODIs. A slow ball. Oh, for a second, Charming Karnaratna at cow point. Thought he had a chance, but in the end, luck favours the batsman just for a single. 28 gone, 164 for 1.
What a fancy game of cricket. Ab to kuch fancy khana banta. When you order food from Bandra High Street, nobody needs a review.